Welcome to the CarGurus used car review. Today we are focusing on what is surely one of the most desirable SUVs around, the Range Rover Sport. Conceived as a smaller and yes, sportier kind of Range Rover, the Sport first appeared in 2005. Today though, we are concentrating on the second generation model from 2013 onwards. This car is actually based on the same aluminium platform as the Range Rover, but is positioned as the more affordable option. Of course, it's still not exactly cheap to buy, but because the Range Rover Sport holds on to its value so well, you'll get a good chunk of that money back when time comes to sell. The reason for that is because the Range Rover Sport is so good at so many things. Look at the space here in the back, for example. I'm 5'11", and you know, not that slim, and I can fit in the middle with ease. The floor's nice and flat, so I've got room for my feet. And over here, I've got loads of leg room and loads of headroom, so I can just stretch out and relax. The boot is also predictably massive. In fact, the Sport can even be specified with a couple of extra seats that fold out of the floor to make it a 7-seater. While we're around here by the boot, it's worth just pointing out that some owners have noticed that the alignment of the bonnet or the boot haven't been quite as they should be. So while you're here, just check that everything lines up as it should. This being a Range Rover, there are certain expectations you might have about quality and design, and the Sport does not disappoint. The leather is really supple and lovely. These TFT dials up here look crisp, and all models are packed with gadgets. For example, they all get electric seats as standard. Range Rover buyers also really enjoy this commanding driving position, which gives you a really nice view out over traffic and makes you feel very safe. Land Rover's infotainment system isn't as slick as Audi's or BMW's, but you can still hook it up to your phone for calls or music, and all models have sat-nav. Down here by the gear lever, you'll find the controls for the off-road system. Now the Sport is available with two versions of this, but in reality, you only need the more advanced setup with its low range option if you plan to venture off-road. For most though, this car will spend most of its time on the road, where it fully lives up to the Sport part of its name, with crisp handling and loads of grip, but also a smooth ride from its air suspension. Most Range Rover Sports are powered by a 3-litre V6 diesel engine, which is no surprise when you consider how much more economical it is than the petrol and diesel V8s, while still accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a brisk 7 seconds. Speed demons, meanwhile, will love the brawny SVR version with its 4.7 second 0 to 60 mile per hour time. Or if you'd prefer the smooth running that comes with electric assistance, there's also a hybrid Range Rover Sport that gives real-world economy of around 45 miles per gallon. With this V6 diesel, you can expect about 35 miles per gallon in normal driving, and road tax is less than £300 per year. Now, as for things to look out for on the Sport, bear in mind it might have been used for off-roading, so have a good look down the panel work for any dings and dents, check the wheels are in good condition, and also have a look under here, underneath the bumpers front and rear, make sure there are no scrapes or scuffs. Needless to say, tyres aren't cheap either, so ensure they've got plenty of life left in them and that they are evenly worn. With the diesel, make sure it's had regular oil changes, and if the service warning indicator pops up on the dash, get the car to a dealer, even if it's before the recommended service interval that's stated in the handbook. This usually occurs due to the way Land Rover's diesel particulate filter works, and might be particularly noticeable if you do lots of short journeys. As with any used car, you should also speak to the supplying dealer to make sure that any recall work has been carried out as necessary, giving you the peace of mind that the car will perform as intended. In terms of where to buy, there's a lot to be said for choosing an approved used model, because these come with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty. Go to cargurus.co.uk and you can search for great Range Rover Sport deals from top-rated dealers. You can even filter results to show only approved used models if you prefer. So there you have it. That is our used car review of the superb Range Rover Sport. We'll see you next time, and in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so we can keep you posted when our next video goes live.